It's Sunday, and we got doings. Bow, 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 welcome back, guys.
What's that?
Well, that was like the little intro noise.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, welcome back,
I
guys.
was just wondering whose intro noise it was. Is it anybody's in particular?
Yeah, that's our intro noise.
Hey, oh, ours. Oh,
yeah.
I couldn't tell. I didn't recognize it.
That fades away.
Hey, did I ever tell you that story about our neighbors?
No.
When the Beach Boys were coming to town?
The Beach Boys?
Yeah. Ole and Lena, our neighbors down the road here to the east. They loved the Beach Boys, and they got so excited when they heard the Beach Boys were coming to town. Trouble was, tickets were 20 bucks a piece, and all they had was $25, and gosh, they were just beside themselves what to do. And finally, after talking it over, Ole says to Lena, okay, you go to the concert, but with your $5 you have left, you buy me a souvenir from the concert.
Mm-hmm.
So Lena says, sure, and she goes to the concert, has the time of her life. She's walking home after the concert, and she's like, oh, I forgot to buy Ole a souvenir. Right then she's walking by a tattoo parlor, and she walks in and tells them her dilemma, and they're like, gosh, $5. About the only thing we can think of doing is putting a bee on each one of your butt cheeks for the Beach Boys. She's like, well, that might work. And so she gets it done, and she goes home, and Ole meets her right at the door. Where's my souvenir? She turned around, pulled her pants down, bent over. Ole says, who the hell's Bob?
Yikes. We're getting a little out there on that one, Dad. A little out there.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're getting ready for harvest here. And one issue we have is, well, number one, our wet corn pit, it doesn't have enough fill around it. The walls, some of the walls are leaning out. And so we need some dirt. And our buddy Andy is gonna bring us some clay here, maybe today if he's not too busy. But another issue is one of the railroad ties that's in the ground that's holding one of the walls up is actually snapped off. So we're gonna go pull that out. Dad's just getting a chain. We're gonna pull that out and we're gonna punch another one in. And so that's what we're gonna do to start with, and then we got some other stuff going on later today. Happy Sunday, except I don't upload videos on Sunday, so happy Sunday to me. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's get some farming done, eh? So a little bit ago, we just got feeding done. And what I was doing while Dad was feeding is I moved all the tires. They were sitting right here. The tires just hold down our plastic over top our corn pit. Pretty soon, here in like less than a month, yeah, like less than a month, we're gonna be filling this corn pit, which means we're gonna be combining corn. We're gonna have thousands of pounds of corn in here and a tractor on top packing. And I don't want this wall to fall over while I'm packing that. And so, yeah, this thing is rotten. And I feel like the rats living in here did not help at all. And you can just look down there. There's very little clay. And so both sides of this need some clay. Hopefully that shows up today. But we're going to take these off. I suppose there's one underneath the dirt too. But we're going to take these off, pull that post, and then punch in another one. Well, I just took it off and then I pulled it and it's so snapped down there.
The bolts are, you took the bolts off?
I just took the nut off this one, and
yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're saying here.
They didn't want you to snap it off because we got
it's already snapped, but
yeah, but if it's attached a little bit, we can lift it and we get the bottom piece too instead of having to.
Yeah.
You know, if it's attached just a little, we could lift the whole thing out.
Yeah. But there's also that bolt. How are we supposed to get that bolt off?
We gotta dig the dirt out in front of that. We'll take it out that way. Just take the nut off like you did.
Okay, so you want me to go get the bucket on the skid loader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that'll be harder now to get out. Because it's that rotten.
Yeah. I was thinking we were just gonna punch right through it with the hammer.
Oh, that's pretty hard to do.
Okay.
I think we need to get the wood out of there.
We need to head to the South Farm because that's where we have a post sitting. We just have one, and we're gonna feed some pellets over there, and we're actually gonna pull our corn head home. We gotta work on something with that sometime. Looks like the calves are coming in. These are our last 2 bags, and then after that we'll be throwing in the big tote, and so we won't have to come here every day. So hopefully we got it dialed in right. And this is the railroad tie. It's used. It was an old corner. There's still wire on it, so that's not good, but it's kind of our only hope right now. Now what are we gonna do? Well, that one was cracked down the middle, was not good. So maybe we won't even finish that project today. Jeff might have some at his place, so we'll check that out. Looks like we put our mobile deer stand in front of the corn head, so that sucks. I'm gonna get sweaty. Probably should see if the tires are up. It'll work. Not bad. Now feels like harvest season. You're good. You're good. Keep going. What do you think they're saying right now?
Here, make your perlet.
So the issue we're having with this is, well, last year when we were checking the oil reservoirs for whatever that thing's called.
The gear case, the row unit gear cases. There's a dipstick on the end of each one of those plugs.
So it's that down there. Well, we were trying to get one out and we completely stripped it, and we ended up not even getting it checked last year. Good thing we didn't break it. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. So maybe tomorrow we're gonna weld a nut onto it. That way we can get it out. Dad bought a new plug.
Yep.
A while back.
I called Jeff, asked if he had any ties that we could borrow, and he said that I have ties over there from when we put the corn bunker up last year. So yay.
Yay, free tie. I already paid for a tie.
Yep.
There's
this
2.
one's 3 feet long.
I don't think that'll do.
Maybe we need to go over there. These don't look so good.
Ugh.
They're bad.
Yeah, these ones look kind of skinny. We'll give you a little taste of Jeff today.
The pile's right there in front of you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right on. Oh no, Dad. I'm starting to get hungry.
Let's try to get this done.
Okay. Oh, it's hot in here. Been a while since Mom's been in a video.
Well, she's not around here much.
Does she not love me? She won't be in my YouTube videos.
No, she had to start working from work again instead of at home. And she spent the weekend with her mother.
Okay. I like when I don't have like a bucket or anything on this, because then it's wheelie time.
Done with everything?
Hopefully I won't break through with the tractor and fall and hurt myself. Tip over the tractor. That wouldn't be fun.
Oh, when we're filling?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned, since we're going to have a good harvest and we don't have enough storage, potentially, if we get everything in the bin, we're going to be trying to fill this as high as we can go. That way we don't have to take as much to the elevator right away.
You can always go up.
And actually, we haven't used that bin in how many years?
Hundo.
100 years. Probably like
When I was 50.
6.
Right, 10, 12. Last time we were going to use it, we looked in there and there's about a foot of water in the bottom, so we went to town with it.
So
But,
Dad and I looked in there the other day and it was dry and it looked good. And so we're going to use that silo. We're planning on it.
Holds 10,000 bushel.
Pretty excited about that. I'm pretty sure when we started filling the pit last year, that was already broken. That post was snapped at the bottom. And all right, now it's done. You know what time it is? Lunchtime. That's right. So we just got done with lunch, and that first one went really well, and we decided to pull this one and try it because when I use my hand and I shake, that wall kind of moves a bit. Yeah, so that post exploded when Dad threw it on the ground. So yeah, it needed pulled. So we are here with Dane.
Yep, right.
All right, now it's real. You're on camera. Okay. So they brought some mats out today. They're up by up north, South Dakota, Britain.
South Dakota, yeah.
Yep, and they have these. They've been making these cattle mats, and so that helps out with, you know, when cattle are coming out of the chute. A lot of times that ground in front of them gets real ate up, and sometimes they're slipping. And so a little bit about them. You just basically
we pick up these tires, used car tires, and then we'll cut the sidewalls off, and then use a sawzall to cut the tread in half, and then they lay out to be anywhere from 6 to 7.5 feet, and then we use stainless steel 5/16 inch bolts around the whole thing. So
yep, and so they're bringing out a 6x7 for us to use. If you've been watching a few of the videos where we had the AeroQuip set up, the first part of that alley, it doesn't have its own floor in there, so that gravel over there gets really ate up when we're using that. And then they also brought out a really long skinny piece that we're gonna bring to the South Farm later. We got that alley over there that is sitting on concrete, which you may think that's really nice, but it's kind of low, and so we get a big, like, inch thick piece of see, I'm not very good at this.
Ice or snow.
Ice,
build
thank
up.
you.
There you go.
Yep, and so they've been slipping on that in the winter when we're preg checking, and so we're hoping that we can throw that down and we won't have cows slipping and just, you know, help them stay a little safer. Phone number and stuff.
So we're in South Dakota. We'll deliver these things in South Dakota pretty much for free. You know, if you guys work with us, as far as we're not trying to be a huge business. These kids just work, high school kids, a couple other football buddies of his, put them together, and just something to keep them out of trouble in the summertime.
Yep.
So anyways, we'll work with you to get them to you.
I appreciate you guys coming out on the hottest day we've had this summer.
Yeah, it's like 199.
wasn't a good day to work anyway.
That's for sure. Yeah, so I guess we can get it unloaded.
Yeah, we can take skid steer and unsauce it off there, and if you want to take that one down whenever you want and set that baby up.
Sounds good. So if you are interested in any of these, I'll have it down in the description. You can check it out, give them a call, or look them up on Facebook, and you can definitely save some broken legs or something.
They're gonna last for a long time. I mean,
It's
one wounded animal or if
easily pays.
Easily will pay, and it's gonna make the handling a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we didn't even mention who these guys were, except we got your first name.
Dane Feldhaus.
Feldhaus?
Yep, Matt Feldhaus.
All right, you guys hiding back there?
Yep.
Kari and
I'm
Ellie.
Kari.
All right.
Dane's mom.
So they were just mentioning they're going to be dropping a few of these off at one of their friends in Mitchell, South Dakota. So if you want one of these and you're in the area, you won't have to drive all the way out to Britain, up there.
Right.
And so that just makes it easier for everybody.
You bet. So they'll be easy to get at.
Yep. So I appreciate you guys coming out and bringing them.
Cool.
So they're taking off, like we said. Their boy Dane Feldhaus, he's the one that makes them. Yeah. So they just cut up tires, bolt them together, and we were just talking about how when the cattle come out of the chute, they're kind of curious about them, and so they actually just tiptoe right across them, and they're not taking off. So, you know, it gives them a little more traction when they're leaving the chute and, you know, running through, but it also slows them down a little bit. So it kind of a double whammy there.
This one says it's for me. It says for the
Framers. That's you.
Framer, yeah. It's got corn on it. There's a combine that looks like this. A bush combine.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna have this.
Right now?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it close by until I need it.
Okay. It's a little warm today, but in a future video we will be rolling that out in the alley down at the South Farm. All right, last thing of the day, Andy showed up with our dirt. We got 2 piles of clay, and we're just gonna take one load, sprinkle it along here, and then take the other load, put it on the back side, because it's kind of low over there as well. You can definitely see this one in particular. It's leaned back quite a bit over the years. That turned out really well. Look at this, guys. All the way up to this big support part of it. That's gonna hold the wall in, I think. And this backside, wait till you see that. It's always nice getting to look at the backside. Ugh. I'm proud of that one. We got those broken railroad ties replaced. Got a whole big pile of clay pushing up against it, and we're gonna fill that sucker full. If I had to guess, we put about 9,000 bushels in there last year. This year we'll probably try for at least probably 11, and I'm gonna be sitting up real high when I'm packing that. It might get a little scary. So next video, I think we're gonna pull out the combine, do some stuff on that, and might fix that corn, that corn head, that plug that we need to weld a nut on. So all in all, for it being a hot day, we got some stuff done. Those mats are pretty sweet. We're excited about those. It may not sound that exciting to you guys, but you should have seen that ice that was on the concrete last year at the South Farm. It was a bad deal. Sure, for those of you, city folk, you know, what am I gonna do with the mat? You know, if you slip in the shower a lot, they might be able to hook you up. So don't forget to check those out. Their phone number, their Facebook page in the description. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Harvest it's like 3 weeks away, starting wet corn, and we'll be busy. And then right after harvest, Dad and I need to haul manure. We need to wean calves. We're gonna be busy here. So please subscribe, follow along. We got a lot going on here, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Yay, Ma's home. Yay. Where's my Subway sandwich?